I'm pretty sure there's 28 levels, so I'm gonna be doing it from that. I'm gonna scrap Stormy Ascent because it is not going to be, for instance, I haven't played it in a while and I don't really want to play it right now, so it'd probably be around like 24, 25. It probably could be higher, but I can't really rank that one since I haven't played in a while, so I'm just doing the 27 levels that were in the base game. So sorry about that, Stormy Ascent. So at number 27 is the Great Hall. I mean, come on, it's the Great Hall. I know it doesn't really count as a level, but I'm going to include it anyway, because it's the Great Hall. Like, I definitely do like the build up for this gem jump, but it's just, I like for what it is, but really I don't know if I could even count it as its own level, but I'm just going to count it anyway. I guess the best thing about this is the reward when you do get all the gems and you get to see Torna. I mean, look at this. Like, I do really like the cutscene, but to be quite honest, in general, yeah, it's just, I can't really talk about this much. I don't even know why I'm really going much more at this. But this cutscene is pretty amazing. I mean, probably the best secret cutscene in my opinion. Yes, I know the other ones are cool, but actually no, I actually take that back. I don't know, I just like this one. It's simple, but I don't know, quite charming, to be quite honest with you. So yes, number 27 goes to the hall. So yeah, I don't know, I just want to show that little cutscene. But so now to go to number 26. Number 26 is actually going to have to go to, and I don't know if this is a controversial pick, but I had to do this level because I don't think it gave me much, and I'll explain why. Number 26 is actually Rolling Stones. So in my opinion, Rolling Stones it's very unforgettable. It could be the most forgettable level in this game to me because it does nothing, in my opinion, different. It does nothing different to the original level. Like, it's very similar, and I know that a lot of the themes are similar in this game, but I feel like for most of them they're quite different. But if you have they have more than 2 levels. This one, if anything, it's less enjoyable than the first one, and it's just, I may actually enjoy this level more than a few more, but I have to give it for them to being memorable. This is not memorable, and this is just another of the rolling levels. And I have the other rolling level quite a bit higher because I think it's actually quite fun. And if this had something different, but to me there's nothing I can distinct it by, but maybe just a bit more challenging and a few more Rolling Stones. But I feel like most levels who have the same theme in this game and in the series I can depict them from each other. But this is a level I couldn't really tell the difference. It's just, I don't know, it's nothing that special to me. The coolest thing, I guess, in this level is this little blue gem path. Even then, it's just not that impressive. So yeah, number 26 is going to have to go to Rolling Stones. It's not a bad level. I actually do like every level in a way. It's just this is the least memorable, and that's why I put this at number 26. Now, this actually has to go, this is the same rule basically for the next level. I feel like it also doesn't have any thing that really made it distinct, and that has to go to Whole Hog. Now listen, I love the Whole Hog levels, but unlike in Crash 2 and 3, I feel like this had nothing really that made it stand out. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks that, but I don't know, this level just did not stick out to me as when I knew it was another hog level, I'm like, yeah, when I knew this was another hog level, I thought, oh, exciting, but to be quite honest, a bit disappointing, to be honest with you. It's just, it is fun, I'm still enjoying it, but I like it when it feels different, and this just feels like the hog level. And it actually, again, I don't think it actually feels funner than the first one. It's more disappointing, especially when it's the next level. I don't know, there's nothing about this that feels more fun. It's just, it has the same problem to me as Rolling Stones, where it just is very forgettable and very similar to the original. So, for number 25, I'm going to have to give it to Whole Hog. Not a bad level again. I enjoy myself in this level, but it just, I just know it didn't stick out to me as a level where I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? It just doesn't have that wow factor again. So next level is definitely distinct on its own, and that is Sunset Vista. I bet you this level has its fans, but I know it has its haters like me. I don't hate this level, but it's too long to be enjoyable. And here's the thing, there actually have been a few, like, quite a few, and especially in Crash 4, I see that a lot levels are long. But this just, I don't know, at least in my opinion, it's not very enjoyable. Again, I think the other version of this is way better, the other level. It's just shorter and keep it sweet. The theming is interesting. This is definitely one of my least interesting design themes. I know that's a very unpopular opinion because I know a lot of people like the look of this. And I know Sunset Vista has its fans, but to be honest with you, just don't like the length. The one thing that gets me raging is, I think everyone knows about it. Is those bats in the midsection of this level. And that's where it should just end, but it doesn't. But that part just, it gets me angry. The other part also that gets me quite angry is this one wall section where they're just pushing you. And it's just like, I can tell, like, I don't know if you know the exact area, but there's this one area where it's just like, it seems like impossible to do it. This level definitely, to me, is one of the hardest in this game, and honestly, I want you guys to know that I'm not judging these based on if they're like, I can find levels that are really hard fun, but this is just, it drags on too long, and I think everyone can agree on that. It's just, this is never a level I'm excited to play. To be honest with you guys, just in my opinion, I kind of like, not dread it, but I'm just like, oh, Sunset Vista. I think the name's cool, and I like that this is one of the two places that has the key, but no, it's a no from me, to be honest. I feel quite mean because I feel like this level does have its love, but so far the levels, like the ones I'm talking about, this is probably the last level that I'm just like not fond of. The rest definitely have its issues, but I have some positive things to say. So the next level, which is number 23, I'm pretty sure is the iconic High Road. Now, this level definitely also similar, but it doesn't have the problem like the others do. I think it's distinct. My issue with it is yes, it's hard, but it's just not as fun. In my opinion, it's just not as fun. Like, actually I do have one really good reason. I don't understand why the first section of this level is like so much harder than the second half. The second half is a breeze, honestly. And the third half, like, this half is just hell. And so I don't find hard, like, it is hard, but I don't find fun hard trying to not get hit by a turtle and get hit by hitbox, especially when you have the Aku, which knocks that turtle away, which then gives you no platform. Like, I don't find that fun difficult. Like, it happens too many times in this level, and it's just like, oh. The turtle jumping was definitely, in my opinion, overused in this level. Definitely overused. This is still, I still semi-enjoy this, but it's nothing compared to Road to Nowhere. I'm sorry. Road to Nowhere was obviously more iconic. I feel like it had more memes about it, but it was also, in my opinion, way more fun than the High Road. I definitely think it's fitting for where it is. Its difficulty, it could even be like the last level, but I'm just doing terrible, but yeah, I definitely enjoy the second half more, but it's a bit too easy that I don't like it. Like, as you can see, I hate this first part. I really do. Not a fan. Not a fan of this level, to be honest with you. Look, I keep dying. But yeah, just not my cup of tea, to be honest with you. I just don't like levels that are inconsistent with difficulty. I don't know, I feel like the second half of levels should just always be more difficult, but that could just be my opinion. Number 22, okay, I actually disagree. That level I still don't like, but this is where I start getting positive. Number 22, I definitely like this more than Rolling Stones, don't worry, and it is a very good second level, but I still wouldn't say it's a level I'm just like wow about. Like, I just don't know. It's not a level I'm like, wow, and that's Jungle Rollers. Like, I definitely enjoy this level. And it's definitely, in my opinion, more difficult. Or not more difficult, just it has more funness about it. And that's the problem. The thing is, the second version of this doesn't have anything that makes it better. It just is similar, but in my opinion, less fun. And I actually find Jungle Rollers quite a bit more fun, to be honest with you. I think this is the first level you get to see the skunks, and I feel like this is the first level, honestly, that can give you a bit of challenge. Still not really challenging in my opinion, but it's definitely the first level, because come on, if you died on Sanity Beach, I mean, I know people who have, but that's just not a hard level. I just think it's a very good second level, and I definitely love the gem path in this one. Like, I don't know, it's quite funny. Like, just going up here. Like, I don't know, I've always found that quite cool, but I don't know, this level just screams way more fun to me. And honestly, I don't think Jungle Rollers needed a second counterpart. I feel like one would have made it more distinct. The second one just meant, oh, no, sorry, the second one is just very lackluster and very, yeah. But yeah, I really like Jungle Rollers in this. Like, I do like this level. I think I like the others more. Like, it's still not an amazing level to me. The theming is, I don't know, like, I don't know what else to say. I feel bad, honestly, for putting this low, but I just like Jungle Rollers more. And I think maybe the other one could be fun. I can see how it's fun to people, but it just didn't do anything different for me. This is the first level I actually get a beat, because it's not too hard, and when you're on the spot, it's way harder. So yeah, that is number 22. Number 21, I feel like this is definitely scarily a controversial pick. Maybe not. I hope it's not too. I don't think this level is, in my opinion, really gets for me to go much higher. Maybe for some people it does, but for me it's Cortex Power. Now, don't get me wrong, this level is definitely unique. It's just not my kind of thing. I also like that the Cortex Powers like has its own little mini cutscene. I wish other like levels did that, but I've always liked that. I hate the camera angle, to be honest with you. Also, this level it definitely had to be here because it fits the factory aesthetic, but this level is way, like, it's darn easy. It's easy 100%ing, but it's super easy if you're just trying to get through the level for the first time. Like, it's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. And yes, I know I'm running and like hitting myself, but oh well. I still do like the uniqueness of this level, and that's why I give it high. And one thing, my favorite thing about this level, honestly, is these pinstripe enemies, which I feel like not big fans like me will miss, but I feel like fans who, like, players who just want to get through the level and like that do that with every Crash game would unfortunately actually miss this enemy. And like, okay, I actually do enjoy this level. Like, I hope people don't think I dislike it, because I think I just like the other ones more. It's not my favorite place, like, playing one as well. Like, it's not that fun to me to play, to be honest. But what boosts this up against the rest is it's memorable in the sense of its gameplay, like in the sense of its uniqueness of a level, like, you know, different paths and the lower angle. But in general, do I like this level that much? No. But I think it's a really good level. I will say this definitely should have been the introduction to the factory levels, not Heavy Machinery being the introduction, and I think we can all agree to that statement. There's no reason I feel like this level should have been after after Heavy Machinery. It would have been a better intro to the final island. It's a little nitpick, but that's just, yeah, how I feel. So number 20, I don't know what boulder level you guys honestly, everyone prefers, but I definitely prefer the second one. And don't get me wrong, the first one is obviously iconic because it's the first level. Like, it's the first level, but boulders is just, I will get to the other boulder level why and I'm telling you that this boulder level and the second one is a big difference. And this is still, like, I love this level. This, like, honestly, I said from 20 Cortex Power on, I really do love all these levels. It's really fun. I love the okay, first of all, the music I feel like is very underrated in the boulder levels. But obviously, I feel like this is like one of the most iconic levels. I know that both boulders levels are. I think the other one's a bit more memorable, but or actually quite a bit. But this level just it's good for the first level, and what I love about the second one. I don't want to keep going about the second one. It definitely just expands, unlike some levels where I feel like it weakens. this level is just, it is a really good boulder level, and I actually don't wish it was more difficult. I think it's really good for the first level. Unfortunately, I just enjoy the other levels more, and the other boulder level more. It is obviously more on the easy side. I think after the Great Gate, it may not be called the Great Gate. The first gate level, it is a bit of a step back in difficulty, because I think the first gate level is quite, just a little bit of a challenge. And don't get me wrong, I do like this level. I actually do. I know people probably are thinking, oh, he does not like this. I do like this level. I probably just enjoy them more, and it's very iconic to the Crash series. It's just, it's definitely like not like that, like gameplay wise, that astounding to me. So that's number 20. Number 19 is actually gonna have to be Upstream. Also, another, just like that level, just like boulders, I really do like this level quite a bit. And again, I like when the second theme of this level, second theme of like a certain level can be better, and I think the second theme of this level is also stronger. But I think these levels, could be wrong, I think these levels do get a bit of hate, and I don't know why. I think it's really pretty. I think there's some of the prettiest levels in the Insane Trilogy. I don't know, just, you know, the nice water lake or creek, whatever it is, or river. It's just, I really like it. And the fish, some of, in my opinion, some of the most iconic enemies in this game. Going blah, blah, blah. Funny fact, for the longest time I did not know you could spin them, and if I would have known, it would have made my life a lot easier. I also love the plants. Their noise is so intimidating, and I do also really like this gem path, even though I don't. Oh my, sorry, I'm embarrassing myself. I don't even remember what it does. I'm just saying that because it was on my way. I'm not gonna lie. But I really like this level. It's good for, like, I don't know, I think these levels get a bit of hate. I don't know why. It's coming to the point where I don't really have good reasons for liking a level better. I mean, I do, I just like the others better, but I also just think this is the weaker one of the two, which again I prefer when the first one is a bit less not as good as the second. I mean, the first one can be better, but I usually like when the second one has a stop notch up, and I think it did make it a lot better. But yeah, it's good for what it is. I definitely really like this level. So number 19 goes to that level, which is called Upstream. So number 18, I guess you would count it as the same theme as Heavy Machinery. It does still feel quite different to me, but number 18, I'm just gonna like say it because it's quite a trip till I get there, is Castle Machinery. Now I really do like Castle Machinery, but I think I don't think it should be the second to last level, main level, like before Embryo. I don't know, definitely the lab suited before Embryo, because like that's kind of his vibe. But I think the most iconic part about this is the start, just seeing the checkpoint at the, like, you just see where you have to exit and then falling down that long jump. I've always found that really cool. I think this is not even actually a step down from the first level of this. I think it's very opinionated which one's better. I just like the other version of this theme better, but I think this was definitely expanded on and more lengthy, and I like the theme they went with. It's actually quite a decent level. I just think maybe it could have been a bit earlier on. Like, I don't know if it really needed to be. Oh, I guess it could be this late game. It's definitely not too challenging level. The only part I think we can all agree was always challenging was that final air vent section, where there's like 7 or 8, and you just like have to, it's hard to predict them all. When you get the time down, it's good, but it can be a bit hassling. You don't think the timing, so yeah, it can be a bit hassling. I really do like this level where you start, you start from the bottom, then you have to rise to the top. I like the idea of it. It's honestly a really decent level. I just like the others better. But yeah, this is actually really, I'm starting to really just be positive about each level, because I think they're all pretty good. Yeah, it's this air vent section here. This part's not too bad, but the second part, that's the part that always stood me up. So yeah, that number 18 goes to Castle Machinery. I actually quite like that level quite a bit. Again, just like the other ones more. So number 17, and I know I couldn't put it much higher. It is obviously the most could be the most iconic level, I guess. Definitely the most played level in Insane Trilogy, because this is the first game you play. Most people play, but... And Sanity Beach. I mean... Come on. Iconic. Like, iconic. First time we see Crash, get a player's Crash, if you got the game the first time, like, it just... It's the first, you know, it's not my first Crash level, because, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think I played Crash 1 as a kid at someone's house, and I played the first 3 levels and stopped, and I didn't really touch Crash 1 again. I know, I'm a fake, I love Crash, but yeah, that's all I played of Crash 1, and then I got the Insane Trilogy. But... Still, this is iconic. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, it's easy, but it's the first level. It's very good at telling, like, showing you, you know, the basics of this game. I don't think there's anything really wrong. And I've always liked this, you know, the split path. Not much to say. Like, it's just like, it's iconic. And I really do think I'm putting disrespect to the name, but obviously we can just admit, like, the other levels just have a bit more quality to them. No. This has quality, more quantity to them. Because, they just do. They have more, like, you know, memorables. Like, this is very memorable. I shouldn't degrade this level. It's just up. It's just very simple, and I love that. But that's why it's low. This low, because I'm more of a person who prefers more, like, complex levels. But it's a great starting level, nonetheless. So number 17 has to go Jaws of Darkness. Do you think this is a bit weaker than its first one theme, but still really enjoy it. This level I feel like now I'm good at, but this was a level I struggled on. I know it's a very unpopular one to struggle on, so I feel like this one, it's in that category where it's not too hard. Oh, embarrassing. It's not too hard, but it's not too easy. I think it's actually a perfect mix, and I've always kind of liked those levels, to be honest, where it's not too hard, but I don't like it to be easy either. And I think that's like a perfect one for Jaws of Darkness and Temple of Ruins. I think that's the name. And oh my god, I'm getting embarrassed. I do like the spiders incorporated in this one, especially, like, you use them as platforms quite a bit, and I don't know, I just always like that, and I am getting very embarrassed playing this, and I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna stop doing this level until I get to the first talk about this joint. I feel like this level does get a bit of hate, this theme, because of the depth perception. It's never really bothered me, but I guess I can see the issues. I guess, like, but yeah, I really like the theme of this level. I just like the other one more again. My favorite part, funnily enough, of this level is when you go on that little platform that takes you to, and it makes you go backward for a bit. I've always really liked that, but yeah, this is number 17. So number 16 has to go to the Great Gate. And you want to know why? Because it's the Great Gate. Like, I think these levels get a bit too much hate. I like them quite a bit. I know I could be the only one who likes these levels, but I love the music. I love it. Like, I think this level could have been a bit better, to be honest, before Papu. For the mere fact it would make more sense going up the village's Great Gate, and then after I, like, you know, somehow land crash in Papu's pyramid. It's nothing, it doesn't affect the level placement at all because of that. I just think this would have been a better level, you know, to have before Papu, because then it would make more sense, the next level being in the base. Anyway, I know I'm being so critique. I just really like the Great Gate. I actually, probably people thinking, how is the other one better? But I actually do like the other version of this level better. But I also like the Great Gate. Honestly, I was actually one of those people who hated these levels as a kid. But I've really grown, well, not as a kid, when I, like 27, like when I was 15 playing Insane Trilogy. But I've really, actually no, I did play this level. I did play this. I played the first 2 levels and I hated it, and then I hated it at the start when I played Sin Trilogy. But I've really, honestly, genuinely grown to love this game. I mean, this level. Yeah, it's just pretty damn good, to be completely honest with you guys. And it actually, geez, I don't remember it being that short, but yeah, I just think it's good. It's the first level, in my opinion, that gives you quite a bit of challenge. It's still not, like, to me now, this is piss easy of a level, but when I first got the game, this is the first level I was like, oh, I've died a few times. I don't know, yeah, so I quite like the Great Gate. I think it's just not as good as its other version. But still, a really good version. Just not as good as the other one. But the next level is going to be Up the Creek. Now, this level is better, to be honest, than its other version, Upstream. But, and there's one reason for that. There's not one reason, but there's a few reasons. I just think, I don't know, I think, okay, I know I sound a bit hypocritical, so I feel like this one doesn't change too much. But I just like the, I don't know, I like the more purple plants. And one, okay, we're gonna get to it eventually in this level because I'm gonna try and get to that point. But a thing that's always stood out to me about this level, for some reason, some odd reason, is that lily pad run path. It is short but sweet. It just, something about it feels so satisfying. I don't exactly know what about it feels so satisfying, but I just think this is just a bit of an upgrade. Like, I just enjoy this version a bit more. The first Creek level is good, it's just not, to me, it wasn't a level that made this theme stand out, but this one really did make this theme stand out. Obviously, it takes most stuff, it just takes most stuff from the first version and just makes it more fun and funny, like more fun. I also do like the added of the monkey enemies. They can be annoying, usually don't give me much struggle, but I don't know, they can be a bit annoying. I've actually always really liked this theme. I still think this theme is, and here it is. This is such a short section, but something about it just feels so satisfying. I don't know what it is, but I always love the lily pad sprint run. Probably a weird thing to like, but I've always liked it. But yeah, just a really solid level. Also, I'm not gonna be, just a quick note, I really can't be going on like judging these levels based off the bonus levels unless they're really memorable to me, because I can't remember. I know I like the bonus levels, but I can't really remember what each bonus level for each world is. I could have Warped, because Warped is my favorite game in the series, but to be honest, in this game, I'm not going to remember each level. But yeah, I really like this level, and this is why I feel like, I've said this a few times, but this is why I'm really, like, I really enjoy all of these levels. Quite a bit, to be quite honest. But number 14, and I do like this level, but I don't think I actually love it. It's so much better to me than Sunset Vista that I have to give the Lost City to 14th place. Because Sunset Vista to me is such a drag, and then this level just to me, I would have loved if this is the only theme. I don't know, I just love that I like the theme. I still don't know why I don't love this theme. I don't know why. I don't have a good reason. I just never have liked the looks of this levels too much. Maybe it's because I have PTSD from them, but I just like the short length. And god damn it, even though, this is for both the levels basically. When I do the second level of this, I usually talk about both, but god damn, even though they suck, those lizard enemies, not so much these green ones, but those red ones, they are iconic for making you rage. And just watching rage compilations on YouTube, like from people doing them, like hating them, is just so funny. I just think, I don't mind long levels, like Castle Machinery, I feel like it does it better. Sunset Vista just did it terrible, and another level that I haven't talked about, I think they just done better, and they're still not as long as Sunset Vista. Sunset Vista is just like, it never ends, and I remember people always been like, oh, High Road. For me, Sunset Vista was hell. That was my hell. Now I'm not too bad at it, but back then, oh. But yeah, I just think this level is just funner version of it. I really do. I really do. One thing I will say, the bottom area was always like, but I will say, when you get to the skyline area, and you see the pink background, even though in my opinion, I know people are going to go on me, I think the castle looks a bit tacky. Like, it looks cool, but the 2D art does look a bit tacky to me, to be honest. I know I'm going to get hate. This guy right here, this is my existence, but I really do, this level's just, way better than Sunset Vista to me. Also, the music is like when it goes to that dun 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 dun. I do love it, but definitely like this the Lost City way more than Sunset Vista. Could be very like opinionated. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I just Sunset Vista gives me nightmares. Now, here's the thing. This was one of my favorite levels, but I put Lights Out lower because I played Fumbling Dark recently, and I just realized, in my opinion, Fumbling in the Dark is not way better, but a definite, in my opinion, the better version of this level. And it's really for one thing. This level, in my opinion, it's just a bit odd for the spike to go so easy, because I really generally think this level is easier than a lot of the levels in the second island, and like maybe one or two in the first island. Like, it just, even though I just died, woohoo, that's the only issue. Otherwise, it reminds me of Scooby-Doo. I live in Australia, and there's a Scooby-Doo ride where I'm now. It's a place called Movie World, and the axes just, like, I don't know, they just remind me so much of Scooby-Doo. So much of Scooby-Doo. But I really like this level, and even though I'm dying, I swear I'm good at this level. It's just it's just too easy. And this definitely, I'm happy the other level was the special level. Obviously, I feel like that level, the other level, Fumbling in the Dark, which I haven't got to yet, fits it way more difficulty-wise at this place. But unfortunately, I mean, not unfortunately, it's a secret level, and I would have much rather that being it than this, because then I would have been like, wow, this is an easy comparison to the freaking other one. I love how I'm talking shit going on this level for being too easy, and of course, because I'm on stream, and of course, because I'm nervous, I am dying. But honestly, this level, when I first played it, it really is, and it still is one of my favorites. I still think 13 is quite high. Unfortunately, I feel like I may like it more than like some of the levels above, but I had to put it lower just because I realized, in my opinion, how much better Fumbling in the Dark is for difficulty and just in general to this now. After playing that recently, like honestly yesterday, because I was doing the relic runs, I literally just realized, I'm like, wow, that version is way more superior, because even though I'm dying, I do think this is just too easy for where we are in the game. Saying that, it's still such a cool level. Like, in general, I still love this level. Like, the first time I played, I'm like, it's just, I think this is a very likable level. It's just, it is easy, but I know maybe it is a good breather at the same time. You know what? Maybe this is a good breather from, just having, slippery climb and high road. Maybe, like, you know what? Maybe it is a good surprise, like a good difference. But in general, I realized how much I like Fumbling in the Dark, so I had to put this quite a bit lower, because I realized it's basically after playing Fumbling in the Dark, I had to put this lower. I don't know why I keep stumbling and trying to talk about this level, but I'm done with this level now. I've been talking about this level probably a bit too long. Number 12 has to go to Temple Ruins. Now, I honestly do like Jaws of Darkness and Temple Ruins a lot. I think Temple Ruins is just a bit stronger, and a big reason, when I first played this, and I'm probably not going to get to this part because I don't want to be too much longer on this video, that final area with all those spinning pillars stood out so much to me. I really think Jaws of Darkness, there's no, in my opinion, one that's way better than the other. I think it's very, in my opinion, either or, it just depends on you. I just play these, just to see which one I like better, and I think the reason I just put this quite a bit higher is because, yeah, man, those pillars that are all in a group, they stood out to me so much. And I've always liked this thing. I feel like sometimes, it's a bit forgotten. I don't know, I just think this is it is a bit forgotten. I just don't think it's that like like people don't talk about like this theme too much, but I actually really like this theme. The only part I hate is basically this bit. Like obviously it's good challenge, but it gives me anxiety. And this thing right here, because if you jump the wrong time, obviously me as an idiot, you have to wait a long time for this platform to come back. Like it's like But yeah, I'm gonna try and get to this pillar section because I don't know, it just stood out to me so much as a kid. But yeah, I think the predecessor is just a bit weaker than this version. Not much else to say, but I actually really do like Temple Ruins and I like the theme, and I think it's a good difficulty. I think both of them have a really good difficulty where it's not too hard, but it's not too easy. That may just be how I feel, but god damn it, that's how I feel. And I actually think I messed up, which sucks. It's not a big deal, but I think I've been ranking them one higher than they all are. Because I'm pretty sure, unless I've messed my list up, I'm pretty sure I'm actually on my top 10. So that was number 11. Let's just hope I didn't mess it up, because if I did mess it up, I'm just gonna be like, oh, god damn it. This level, I really wanted to put a bit higher, but I realized I just don't think it has the right to, because it is quite simple. But that's Toxic Waste. Oh my god, Toxic Waste is simple. And as a kid, like the first time I played it, I thought it was difficult as well. It's definitely one of the easiest levels, but I just love it. And it could be, in my opinion, the best music out of the levels in this game. It's just so cool, and it's a really good setup level before you go to Pinstripe. It really feels like these guys are barricading you from getting to Pinstripe. That's how it feels to me, at least. These big guys. Which, honestly, the barrels are pretty easy to avoid, other than probably in my opinion, the last ones that bounce. But Jesus Christ, I don't know, I just really like this level. It's just the music, like the hard bass of the guitar, it's just awesome. Like, and there's not much platforming, to be fair, to this level. There really isn't. It's mainly just why is this phasing out? It's mainly just running and killing these guys, but very unique. It's the only theme of this kind of like theme area. Like I don't know, I don't know why this is pretty high, but this always scared me. These bouncing ones, I'm always like, oh my god. But also they're amazing, so who cares? But yeah, this level is awesome. I think what gives it to me is the enemies are cool, but especially that music, dude. Like that music, iconic. I really don't have much else to say. Like, it's just simple but sweet, to be completely honest with you. But it's definitely one of the easier levels, but I really, really like this level. So yeah, number 9. Oh, oops, accident. Number 9 has to go to Toxic Waste. Number 10. Number 10. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Why did I get that wrong? Why do I get it wrong every time? Like, it doesn't make sense. Not that hard. Number 9. I used to hate this one as well, but number 9 is Slippery Climb. Gotta be honest with you guys, I think this level, well, Stormy Ascent was supposed to be the final level, but I am not counting Stormy Ascent, sorry. This level is very unique, but I think, honestly, this level should have been level, before Cortex. The lab, to me, should have been before Embryo, and this should have been before Cortex. That's just how I feel. But I love this level. I don't know, it's just, I used to not like it, because I was bad at it, but I'm still not bad, but just from the creepy old man to the jumping on the hawks, I'm not gonna lie, I think it is a bit cruel. Sorry to only give you 1 checkpoint. That's my nitpick, I'm sorry. I think this game, I think they could have given us 2 checkpoints. That's just how I feel. I feel like we could have got 2 checkpoints, but this is also coolly enough, the first level, like as an enemy type, that we get to see the lab assistant. We don't really see the lab assistant too much in 1, but I do honestly, I'm probably opinion maybe, but I love the lab assistants, and I always want them to be in every game as an enemy. But I feel like after 1, and especially after 2, they use the lab assistants way too much. Like, just a fun fact, the only levels in Warped that do not have lab assistants is the water levels. That is it. Try and find me, I'm not counting boss fights, try and find me another like level that doesn't have it. Cool, but I swear to God, that is the only level that has no lab assistance in that game. But this part always gave me anxiety, the stairs, I don't know, it's just a really cool level. I mean, Slippery Climb is awesome, like it really, I don't know, I just really love this level. I just like the others better, like I love the setting. Still think this is a bit too early, because especially since Stormy Sent wasn't in it, I think this level was a bit too early. And I know it was still one of the late games, but I think it should have been like, if not Cortex, where Castle Machinery it was. Maybe either this, the lab, or this could have been the leading level to Cortex or Embryo, but I think this should have been the second last level or the last level. That's just how I feel. I think this level just didn't fit to me to be quite early on. Not early, it's definitely not early, it's one of the later levels, but you know what I mean, I just think it's still a bit early. But yeah, I really like this level. I still think, I know people will be like, oh, but the checkpoints, it makes it more hard, yes, but even though they do give you petty checkpoints in this game, actually, so that's actually a thing, I'm not lying. I still think they could have been a bit nice and maybe given us, like even the base game, 2 checkpoints. I'm not asking for 3, but here's the first lab assistant enemy ever. Doesn't really do much, but it's really cool. And I just really like the actual, I don't know why I used to struggle on the freaking vulture platform, but I've always loved the vultures as platforms. Like I just like the it's always felt really satisfying. But yeah, this is a really good level. But I think I've said what I had to say. I love the setting, the music. It's a great level. These really are the levels now where I'm gonna be like sucking them, all of them off. Okay, that sounds a bit funny. Just, you know, just really like praising each level. Number 8, this level was, I never decided, but it was always to me kind of like an level, like but I've really grown to love Heavy Machinery. And there's a reason that this level was a level that was in the demo of Crash 1 or whatever it was, like the ones you could play at some places. Because it, to me, honestly, some of the Insane Trilogy levels, I will say I don't think they're as good as the original, like for looks wise. But this level is, I think, it looks way better to me than the original. Not saying the original is bad, but this is one of the best upgrades of a visual level. It looks amazing. And the contrast of the green, just by visuals alone, the green, red, and blue, just looks so cool. Always love that. The music's great. Only problem with this, it's not even a big problem. I've said this was a bit odd in my opinion, being the first level. In the third island, it should have been Cortex Power, but that has nothing. By the way, this is not ranking them. This is not putting the level down. It's again, I think a very good example of a level that is, I like levels, I just died, that are not too hard. They're not too hard, but not too easy either. And I feel like this is another, in my opinion, perfect example of that. These enemies, I've always found them quite cute. I always thought you could jump on them, but you can't. I just did try it again, just, you know, just for the sake of it. Stupidest deaths ever. I think I'm, like, it actually makes me worse when I'm talking about it and doing it. But, yeah, just really good level. I can see how this is a lot of people's favorite, but I'm gonna put this at 8. Also, these are the weirdest looking enemies ever, but I like them. I do like them. I like the style. I do think this is also just a bit stronger than Castle Machinery. It's not even Castle Machinery is longer. I just think this is, I don't know, better. Yeah, this level is one thing that really makes me put this quite high. Is it just visually looks great, and it's just a fun level. Like, it's not like a level that I'm going to be like it's like one of the ones I'm dying to play, but it's definitely one of those levels I'm like, if I'm going to play, I'm like, oh yeah, like this level's really fun. So yeah, number 8 has to go to Heavy Machinery. Really do enjoy that level. So number 7 is going to have to go to, this could be my most controversial pick. Maybe not. We'll find out. But number 7. Oh my, I have an issue with my numbers, guys. Number 7 is actually going to go to Native Fortress. Yeah, I like this level quite a lot. I think it is my favorite long level. I like it a bit more than Slippery Climb. I can say Slippery Climb's everyone's favorite long level, but I like it better. I think it's a really good finale to... Let me get it straight. I do think Sunset Vista is kind of cool as a finale for Second World, like, you know, a long level, but it's just, I find this way more fun. I know this also, don't lie to me, this is the first hard level. Not hard to me now, but this is definitely the first, in my opinion, hard level in Crash 1, where people are going to be stuck on for half an hour or longer than an hour. They're going to be like, oh my god, and raging. There were levels before this that were, you know, challenging, but this is the first level that really steps it up. And it's the only level I'd consider, like, quite difficult in the first island. But I think it's a good finale in the last, like, island, like, saying bye to the tribesmen, saying finally goodbye to them. But definitely, I really do appreciate, I don't know, I obviously, like, just like me, like, when I first played this level on Insane, I was like, oh my god, I hate this, but I've really grown an appreciation for this level, and I just think, I'm not too big of a fan of 2D levels. Like, I do like them, but I've always preferred the 3D, but this is a 2D level that I get excited to play. I don't know why. I can be stuck, sometimes it can be bad at it, but I've always just enjoyed it, like, every part. I will say, I think this stuff is, in my opinion, I think the first half of this level is definitely a bit more difficult, but it's not a big issue. And these are, I don't even remember if these are in the freaking first version of this, the Great Gate. They probably are, but I love these spinny things. Yes, they can be annoying, but I love them. And these, like, long jumps, you really feel like you're proceeding up. By the way, this is a freaking big-ass wall. Like, Jesus Christ. It's so unrealistic, but I love it. And I always use this now. And just seeing the Cortex Castle, even though I still think the 2D... like, honestly, model for it doesn't look the best. Come on, at least have the airship, you know, the air balloon ship freaking moving. Yeah, even though I don't, per se like that image, I do think it's really cool that this level makes you feel like you're progressing, like you're getting there. Like, I'm still far. I've always liked to think, even though there's no big tree on the island, this big tree area is like the second island we go to. Even though, let's remember, there's no big tree on the island. I just like to think, oh, these are the two other islands we're going to be going to and exploring. It's a stupid thing, but I've always liked to think that. But I think this is a very, not, like, I don't think the most controversial, but not the most popular opinion. But yeah, I think this is just a really great level. So that's number 7. So number 6... honestly, we're really getting down to the wire now. Has to go to, and unfortunately, sorry, you just didn't make it to the final, like, 5. But number 6, I really do think this is probably gonna say my favorite final level out of the 3 games, the lab. I love it. I think this is such a fun level. I love that it's a unique theme. I still think this is a bit more embryo appropriate, but I guess this is basically exploring the lab. Well, it is Embryo's lab after, but I love that. I don't think many, well, he's the only guy to really do that, but some enemies. But I love after you just fight Embryo, you actually fight his little blob enemies. I've always found that really cool. This isn't too hard of a level. Like, it's definitely not easy, but definitely not one of the harder levels, but still, like, such a joy to play. It doesn't, again, I think it's one of those levels that is not too hard, but not too easy. Perfect balance, in my opinion. These lab assistants, for the first time, I think we can agree, we found them intimidating. I don't think I ever found them intimidating throwing a potion that is like, has a little aim box and once probably hit me. But I've always liked these slime enemies, and I love, like, the crates open, like, you know, doing yeah, I really like this, and like, really good final level. I've always liked this TNT part. And in the first part where I already passed, that little sneaky TNT that snuffed in the box. I know the Platinum Relic is also, I know it's like one of the worst in this game, but it does have nothing to do with my ranking of this level, but yeah, just really good level, and I love the theme. It just doesn't rank it to my top 5 because, also, I didn't even realize there's gargoyles up there, honestly with you. I just saw them right now, but yeah, just a really good level. Screw you, lab assistant. The final part, I don't know about you guys, but this I'll show you quickly, because it's not too long of a level. Like, the final part, I remember this part, always died on that. Always struggled, the timing. But yeah, number 6 is the lab. I love it. It gives me Frankenstein vibes. Just the spooky elements. It's a really great level, honestly. So yeah, number 6. has to go to the lab. Just not making top 5, but still like a great level. Now number 5, it's so funny because it's this level really is the level that I said is way closer to, like, way further than its other one, but it's Hogwell. And the reason I think the main reason is honestly because it's just too similar, way too similar. Plus I like this version better. It's just the first override level and the music, guys. The music for this level, amazing. Just the I love it. Like I love that Crash, and it just shows how Crash as a character, in my opinion, in the first game didn't give a shit about just riding an animal, and I feel like Crash, honestly, in the first game, is kind of an anti-hero. And then in Crash 2, I really do think he changed so much, like, over a year. Like, with Pole, he was so much more sweet. He still jumped on it, but he was way sweeter to the animal. The whole, I don't think they either like each other. It's just really good for what it is. The music is honestly the best riding music. Not my favorite riding level, but it's still one of my favorite. I love all the riding levels, so I really have nothing bad to say about them all, but I still think the Hog, by the way, should have been character in CTR, but can we all, so one thing, if this was still in the game, it'd be lower, but let's talk about it. The Hogs, yes, these first two, amazing. It's so cool that, it's so traumatic for the Hog, but can we just talk about this last one? How hard it was to dodge in the original Insane Trilogy build, where it was, the hitbox was insane. It was bullshit. But thankfully, it's nowhere as bad now. Also, I remember going to PCYS and actually playing this level quite a bit, because Crash 1 was at my school, and we could play some of the levels, and I remember struggling on that level so much. So I do actually have some memories of Crash 1 playing it, but never fully playing, but that was one level I actually did play. So that goes, number 5 goes to Hogwell, and number 4 goes to, in my opinion, both of them, but could be the most iconic level in this game, in the sense of YouTube, and I feel like it definitely, in a way, I'm grateful for this level, because I feel like this level, Road to Nowhere, really did bring a new fan base to Crash, because I bet you a lot of people saw PewDiePie, Markiplier's videos, been like, oh my god, what is this? Like, and it was actually quite a big thing, like, just Crash Bandicoot, especially this level, and I just think it brought quite a few new fans to the series. That's what I like to believe, which is really cool, but this is literally, in my opinion, still to this day, in the new, like, Crash games, we've got the most talked about thing in Crash. Like, this is what gave it, people, like, even though I don't find this level that hard, as some people do, the label of, like, this game is Dark Souls. Obviously they're overreacting, but I kind of like that this is everyone on YouTube. But this level, Road to Nowhere, is way better than its other version. Way better, in my opinion. It's difficult, but it's fun to me the whole way through, in my opinion. Fun the whole way through. No bullshit turtle jumps. Honestly, the turtle jumps is the thing I hate the most about these levels. I've always preferred this, like, just jumping bridge, log to log, bridge to bridge. I've always preferred this way better. But this is just like the Hog level, in my opinion, such a step up from the other theme. The other one, I did like more the Hog level only because it was different, but not in a good way, in my opinion. Well, this, it's just, I love this level. It's just so fun. It's like, honestly, one of the best levels, in my opinion, like, in the series. And I also always did love this red gem. Just the area, I don't know, but I always loved that it was in, like, a little totem, like, I don't know, like, just to know, oh god, why am I being so dumb? Just, you know, near the little rock village, like, it's just a little bit, like, there was a little, you know, why am I calling it a village? Just a little, like, ancestor part here, like, didn't know it was so close, but it's a cool thing to know, like, always found that really neat, to be honest with you guys. I just want to die, to be honest, at that part. But yeah, this Road to Nowhere is just so much better than the High Road. High Road. I hope it's called High Road. I'm bad level names. I'm good with, like, names and, like, music, but I'm bad with level names in Crash, especially Crash 1 and 2. Crash 2 especially. But just, yes, yes, definitely hard the first time. Don't get twisted. But oh my god, I just think it's so much better. And see, there's a turtle jump, but it's at the end, and it's just way more bearable. Yes, there's a point where I feel like difficulty hard can be fun, and when it's not fun. And I feel like High Road was not, this is my opinion by the way, strictly my opinion, I feel like High Road was not fun, hard difficulty, and I feel like Road to Nowhere was fun, hard difficulty. I could be the only one that thinks that, and if I am, well, oh well, but this, I don't know why it's so much better, but it just is. Also, I've always wanted a theme like this in CTR. I don't know why, but I always have. Also, this part was pretty iconic, but I just failed that, so yeah. Road to Nowhere, number 4. Love that level. So now we're in the top 3, and I feel like this level was just recently, like the last week, honestly become one of my favorites. And I feel like that is because I played it probably once and then forgot about it, but I just realized, like, I love Lights Out, but I've realized I love Rumbling in the Dark so much more, because it just, I do like difficulty, and I feel like Lights Out was too easy, and I feel like this is a perfect difficulty. Like, I love the difficulty spike. I love the spider jumps, love that, and I prefer this one now. And Lights Out, honestly, if I didn't play this 2 days ago, Lights Out would probably be like top 5, but I had to put it more down because I realized this is just a better version of it, which makes me think different of Lights Out. Not saying I dislike it, but I just think Rumbling in the Dark is better. Like, this theme to me is just so awesome. Definitely, okay, in my opinion, my favorite Lights Out, my favorite, like, dark levels, like, you know, the glowing. Freaking hell, it feels more special with Aku being the light. Don't get me wrong, I do like the dragonfly. I actually do like that, whatever it is, the bug light, but I like this just even more. But yeah, really fun, and this I feel like I would have even accepted this to be the final level. Honestly, it's just that cool of a level, and I don't find this quite too easy. Like, it's definitely not hard, it's definitely not too hard, but it's definitely, like, again, as I've told you, I like levels that are balanced with not too, like, just a good, bit more to the hard side, but like not too easy, but not too hard. And I feel like this is a perfect example, and it's not bullshit either. It's fun, in my opinion. I love the multiple axes, and I have more to say. Like, I don't know why this theme, this is the theme that gives me the most Cortex Castle. Like, I definitely think Cortex Castle took stuff based at this level. I didn't realize, imagine Cortex Castle would have had those axes as obstacles. That would have been awesome. But I love it. I love the creepy castle atmosphere. As I said, oh, why am I doing so bad, bro? As I've said, it just reminds me of Scooby-Doo. And it's just so funny, I feel like, how my opinion on a level can, after I played it like a few, like, honestly, I finished this yesterday, and I'm like, wow, this is just way more better than Lights Out. Not way more, I hate saying that, just, it is better. Why does my light keep running out? This is bullshit. But yes, Rumbling in the Dark is 3rd. I can't put it any higher, but I love the spider jumping as well. Great level. And honestly, pretty hard. Now, level 2 has a meaning behind it. So, as I said, I played Crash 1 once at a friend's house, played 2 levels, and I played some levels for PCYC. But the level, I didn't play this level at, you know, someone's house or PCYC, but Uncharted 4. That's all I'm gonna say. Uncharted 4, and I remember when I played Uncharted 4, it was such an awesome moment to me. This moment, it was so cool to me. I'm sorry, it just was. I think, when did I definitely didn't play Uncharted 4. Yes, I didn't play Uncharted 4 in 2016. I may have got it late 2016, 2017, but I don't remember the Insane Trilogy being revealed, which is funny, but it may have been revealed. And I just remember playing that level, and I was like, oh my god. Either I was wanting Crash back so bad, or I was can't wait for Insane Trilogy to come out. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look at my trophy selection so I know. But I just remember Uncharted 4 is a big reason this is so high, because I was just so pumped for Crash. Either way, I was just pumped. I was like, oh my god, Crash Bandicoot was awesome, and it struck a chord in me to just really like appreciate and love this level and have it still this high, because I really do. I don't know, I love Crash. Like, I don't know, it's also better. It's also, if it wasn't for Uncharted, even if it wasn't for Uncharted 4, this is a way more fun boulder level to me. It's just perfect. It is probably a bit more still on the easy side, but I love the platforms, and it's always left me on my feet, and it's just a level I'm always so eager to play. Both boulder levels I love. This boulder level is just like, I love it. Like, it's amazing. And obviously, like, Indiana Jones thing, yeah, this level's great. And Uncharted 4 is a big reason why this is higher nostalgia, but Uncharted 4 is a big reason, but I really do love this level. And I have always loved this little area. It reminds me of Twin Sanity in the caves. You know, the cave section where they fight? But I've always loved, oh my god, that's embarrassing as hell. I've always loved that little cave section. Always loved it. Like, it just, knowing the little cave, like, it's one of the, I always like in this game the little gems. Like, it just shows little areas that you would have never thought of. But yeah, I've always loved that section. Like, Uncharted 4 is a big reason, but I still just think this is a great level in general without Uncharted 4. I just think it's probably, I want to say it's my favorite chase level. Yes, but like Unbearable and the Dino Chase, and maybe the Dino Dash could be my favorite new one, but this is just, it's quite nostalgic. Even though Uncharted 4 was the first time I really played this level, it just struck something in me, and I really love this level. So yeah, number 2 goes to that level, and number 1, I really don't think I could put this lower, because honestly guys, the first time, I'm embarrassed, I picked the wrong level. Get out, Cortex Power. I like you, but not that much. Bye. Sorry, the factory level, I always found it cool that each one was so distinct from each other, but Generator Room, first time I played it, I loved it. This is my favorite level. Not in the series. It probably could be my second favorite level in the Insane Trilogy. There's one level I like more, but this will always be my favorite level in this game. And yes, I didn't play the original, but I know, I agree, visually it looks better. But I love it. This part always scared me when it dropped. That always scared me. Wait, is it not dropping? Oh, then the noises. Oh, that always gave me, like, frightened me. But this level is, again, I love levels that are not too hard, not too difficult, and I think this is the perfect example. But jeez, I love this level. I love it. It's not as creepy in the original, but I still love it. Like, I don't, just even, okay, obviously I still like the dark, like, aesthetic, which makes it a bit cooler. But even without the dark aesthetic, I just love, I just love the, like, atmosphere. Like, it's so cool. But I love the gameplay of this level. I don't know why. For instance, seeing this part and not getting to it yet, I don't know why. I don't know why this level is so fun to me, but this is my favorite in this game. I'm also pretty, okay, not gameplay, definitely not showing right now, but I'd like to think myself being pretty good at this level. I don't know, like, this is just one of those levels. The first time I played it, I loved it. And I don't know. It definitely feels one of the least Crash 1 levels, which is not a bad thing. It feels like it could definitely be a Crash 2 or 3 level with a more future look. But I don't have a really good reason why I like it. I know it definitely visually is better, but I think, like, oh my god, I'm beating this level. This is the level I'm beating. This is number 1 for me. It's just a great level. The music, the mysterious music, the really simple, but love it. Love it. Like, I don't really know what else I can say, but I love it. Great level. And I love that we go back down here at the end. Like, I feel like the Cortex, I will say the Cortex monitor is so much better than the original. And I have to remember to credit the original, because I think it is better. But even, thing is, that just shows how good level, even though visually it's not as awesome. Like, I still think this is my favorite level in this game. I love Generator Room. Is it called? Yeah, it's called yeah, I love it. Are there any nitpicks? There are none. I still like the visuals in this. I grew up in Central. Well, I grew up. I've only had 3 years. I definitely like know this one more now than the original, but I still love it. And I really do apologize in my whole video for having terrible gameplay. I really do think it's because I'm just freaking out. Like when you're on spot, you're not gonna do as good, especially when you're like, you want people to watch the video. It's like, ugh. And see, I'm too lazy to do a freaking normal video. And the one thing I love is this, the end. Just giving us a bit of a taste who our villain's gonna be, even though a lot of people wouldn't know. When I saw this, I'm like, whoa. But, yeah, I love Crash 1. It's my second favorite game. Well, third. Yeah, I think my third favorite game in the series now, after Crash, CTR, and Warped. And that was my list. And Cortex Power definitely takes number 1. Thank you for watching, and I know this was not the best video, and obviously not many people are going to watch this anyway, but hope you enjoyed, and that was my list ranking of CTR. So see ya. I probably will do rankings of the other 2, but bye.